guys, Dolly here. Welcome back to Juicy Rose Papery. I am on a streak is what they call this. I have another video in less than a week. So this book for Rebecca, and she wanted a kind of like nighttime forest theme, like a night sky, but also with nature. And so she chose this beautiful fabric. I love this fabric. It's one of my favorites. And for her, it's the same 9x6 with a hardcover, a 3-inch spine, 120 pages. And in the front, I have a pressed flower, some ribbon, a little moon charm. This is digital. I'll have to link all these digitals. I don't remember the name. They're all kind of bleeding together at this point after 10 journals, but I wanted to put something special to her that represented her and at the same time represented the night theme. So that's why I chose this image for the cover, and it's of the hare moon. It's got a bunch of little tabs and charms and such. And then here, oops, we have a tag, and she can dedicate her book there. This is a big pocket right here, and I'm going to try and make sure this is in frame so that we can go through it. What Rebecca really needed was more of an art grimoire. That's what she wanted to use this book for. So I've included a lot of thick papers. I used a 32-pound paper in here again, a lot of cardstock, and then I got my hands on just some loose leaf mixed media paper. I think it's right around the 32-pound mark too, but it's meant to, you know, for you to do art on it. So when we open her up here, and again, I just want to make sure, yep, we're in frame. So I totally forgot I had these digitals by Screech Owl Studios. I do remember the name of Screech Owl Studios because she's the only one that I know that makes these kinds of cards, and they're monthly moon cards, what the full moon is for that month. And so I've staggered these from January through to December, from the beginning to the end of the book. But I love that she used the background color in black because this went perfect with the night theme in here. I used more of that spirit animal paper by Stamperia. I think that's what it's called. Again, I will link everything. I made a couple of little collage cards in here with some nature imagery because she wanted a lot of nature. And then I just have this clear, you can use it as a bookmark, just a little clear piece of, again, I'm going to call it cellophane. I know it's not called cellophane, but I'm going to call it cellophane. I use a lot of galaxy type papers. And here's some more ephemera. I love this image. I used a lot of nature type paper. I used a lot of cardstock. I did some stamping, some sewing around the images. This is some really nice thick paper. Here's that mixed media paper. She also wanted some vintage book pages. So this is from a British wildflower book. I included a few, I think, in here. Stamping. I did eco dye printables in here. So just really kind of try to get that nature aspect of the theme along with the night sky theme. And then here we have another deep pocket. That's the card for February, or the full moon card. It's called the Storm Moon. A little mushroom collage tag there, and a nice big tag. And I figured that you could probably use a lot of these papers too to collage in here if you wanted to do some collaging. This is an upside down deep pocket, and we have the March moon, which is the chaste moon or Lenten moon or moon of winds, or lots of different names for moons. And this is a little collage tag that I made, and I just did some sewing around this vintage gift wrap and another one of those spirit animal cards. And let's just go right in here. Some stamping and a little fabric tab. And then here I just did a little circle cutout, and it's also kind of like a tab for the page, but it can also do a tuck spot. So there's just a little tag in there. It's media paper, eco-dyed stamping. I did some sewing detail around some of the pages. And another circle, little kind of tuck spot there and a half page. I love this paper. This is from Craft Consortium. So I left a lot of space for her to be able to do her art, because that was why she commissioned the book from me. This is the kind of theme that I could go crazy in. I had a really hard time kind of just holding back on over embellishing and over sewing pages and putting too much ephemera, because again, when you start doing art and you start doing paints and layers and stuff like that, it can get chunky really fast. So again, just trying to find that balance between just enough embellishment and not going completely crazy overboard. But again, just a lot of sewing detail, little fairy fabric flip there. These papers are so beautiful. I'm blanking. Sewing detail there. And here we have, oops, the July card, and then the matching Spirit Animal card, and then another piece of that gift wrap, and I just sewed around and made a nice big tag there. And she does do a lot of collaging from what she told me, so I'm hoping she can use a lot of this stuff in her collage work, especially these moon cards are beautiful. One of my favorite stamps, some sewing detail, more mixed media paper. Here I just roughly cut around an image of the moon. She can kind of just stick it anywhere, or even cut it into a quarter moon and then a half moon, whatever she wants. That just goes tucked neatly in here with a teardrop clip. Little bunny stamp. More sewing. Another little tuck spot, and this flips out. Mixed media paper, some sewing detail. I believe this is also Craft Consortium. I don't know if this is still in print though, because this was from last year. Little tag, the Harvest Moon, my favorite moon of the year. And we have another nature tag and another one of those spirit animal tags. And I really love the otters on here. They're kind of like lightly embossed, and it adds a lot of nice texture. And we all know how I feel about the texture. Love this page so much. And I just did some sewing around the moons to showcase them. Some of that mixed media paper, another vintage book page. This is just some cardstock, and it had like some ferns. I backed it with some coffee dyed paper. A little fairy stamp. Other side of that book page. Beautiful paper. And here we have a little feather tag, says astronomy in Italian, November, which is a dark moon. Ironically enough, that's my birthday month. Another nature tag. And that's it. We have the final. I have to add my stamp on these. I just hate stamping on the beautiful paper, but I'll have to bring myself to do it. And I love that it says here, never stop looking up. That is so sweet. I didn't notice that before. That is a new realization just now as I'm doing this video. So yeah, that is it for Rebecca's book. And I forgot to say, they all have detached spines. But yeah, I hope you love this book, Rebecca. I had a lot of fun making it. This is totally right up my alley. I'm all about the animals and the celestial and the astrology and all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all your love and support. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.